Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and in this video I am going to show you how to highlight silica pearl locations in the ocean, because they're almost impossible to see because they turn out to be this like super brownish color that makes it very difficult to see them and distinguish them from the bottom of the ocean. But there's a couple of settings that we can actually turn on to highlight them and make it so they're super easy to see in the ocean, meaning that you can slot cap stupid easy on silica pearls. Now, obviously you're going to want to use an anglerfish, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the commands in order to highlight them, and it's pretty simple. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is get over to the ocean, right? So you can see that it's very difficult to see inside of the ocean. So I have a series of commands down here, and I'll kind of explain to you what they do as well. As long as I'm going through this, I'm going to destroy wild dino, so I don't have to deal with any of that. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check out our material quality level, right? There's 4 settings: 0, 1, 2, and 3. 3 is epic, 2 is medium, 1 is high, and then 0 is essentially terrible. So it's like 0 quality. So we're going to go ahead and enter 0 quality. Now what that does is it kind of changes. I'll show that in just a second. You're also going to go ahead and put volumetric fog on 0, and that allows you to see through the water, right? So that's an important one. And then we're just going to try and make it so it's nice and easy to see. We're going to set our cloud to 0 as well, and that just makes it a little bit easier for us. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our grass enable onto 0. Now what that's going to do is that's going to hide all the shenanigans that's in the bottom of the ocean, and so you're just going to have harvestable resources. Now notice how the some stuff is green, harvestable seaweed is green, and then the algae is green, and then the other stuff is not. So what we're looking for right now, just so you can see, is if I go down to the bottom of the ocean, you're going to notice all the creatures are highlighted, right? So what I want you to notice though is that once we go to the edge, there's one more thing we have to do, by the way. That's why I'm just trying to show you. So if I go to the edge of the ocean where we know there are silica pearls in the bottom, right? If I go down here, I don't see anything highlighted at this moment in time, but I know there are silica pearls down here because I can see that there are small round circle looking things. So in order to enable the actual rest of this command, right, what we have to do is we have to change it just a little bit. Did they actually highlight already? Yeah, I must have just held over, right? So actually you can see them because I actually already did it, but right there, they're highlighted on the bottom of the ocean. You can see it right now. In order to do that, you just have to leave the render range, and then whenever you render a new thing in, anytime you render something in, you will essentially enable the highlighted color of this to show up. So normally they'd be kind of like difficult to distinguish, but you can kind of see now they glow again on the bottom. So as long as you've left render range of wherever you're trying to harvest, right? So if I go up here, if I do the command in the center of the map, and then kind of go towards the oceans, then I'm good. Or if I just start in the ocean and then swim a good distance away and leave render range, it'll cause all of those to highlight themselves. Now, what you can do if you don't really want to wait for that, you can cycle through each of the qualities, and that tends to make it go a little bit quicker, so you don't have to go as far. So you can go volumetric or material quality 0, 1, and then you can type in, oh boy, 2, and then 3. So there are 2 settings that will actually enable it. 2 will be one of the settings and 0 will be the other one. Notice how if I go into 2, however, everything is not green anymore, and that's kind of a problem because the green is what kind of gives it that off color. So we're gonna go back into 0 in order to enable that. Boop. And then again, so now that we're into 0, you can see that things have highlighted as green again. And now we've got our access to the glowing silica pearls again. So that is how you make these silica pearls glow back into 0. And yeah, it's pretty nice to be able to have access to that, because now I can just look up with a silica or a anglerfish and actually slot cap with the entire bottom of the ocean, because you used to be able to see silica pearls, right? And then they hid the glow of silica pearls, making it almost impossible to do any decent silica pearl run. But with the settings that I just showed you turned on, you can see that the silica pearls are actually glowing, and we're good on all of that. So that is one of the best things that you can do, and it makes them all glow in the bottom of the ocean, and it lets you kind of skip areas that you know silica pearls aren't, and basically you're just looking for the bottom of the ocean in order to enable this kind of like little cheat code. And you can see that there's a ton of them down there. You just need to be able to see them, because how are you going to see those nodes when everything's brown, right? There ain't no way. But you can slot cap really easy with this little technique. So anyways, hopefully this video is something that helps you out, and this is how you enable the re-highlighting of silica pearls. And yeah, I know it doesn't look super pretty, but you can turn all these commands on when you're done with your silica pearl run, and that is how you highlight silica pearls. Hopefully this video helps you out, and Teach out.